Hey everybody, today I am going to talk a little bit about some of the fun stuff coming through the door. And we do need some of that to keep excitement going. But this is Nathan. Good day everybody. Here at the Gold Cove, just outside of Detroit, Michigan. 25555 Gratiot in Roseville. Come and visit us. Come and see us. We love when you guys comment. We love when people travel a little ways to stop in and check out the new shop to them. And so, but let's get into it a little bit. I wrote down some talking points. And one thing I really want to ask you guys to chime in the comments is, have you seen any coin dealers closing their doors? Have you seen coin dealers or heard of coin dealers going out of business? Apparently this is a concern in the marketplace. And so if you have firsthand experience, like, yeah, my coin shop closed down or the coin shop 2 towns over, let us know, put it in the comments. And then the other question is, if you have a local coin shop that you visit, they call it an LCS, local coin shop, is your LCS still actively buying bullion? Do you see them griping about buying bullion? Are they struggling to buy the stuff that comes through the door? I ask that because some people come in a lot and they really intimately know their dealers and what goes on in there. And so if you know or you see what's going on, is your coin dealer turning away some of the big bullion dealers, or are they well capitalized, big bullion deals I should say, or are they well capitalized and they're still welcoming in all that business? Because for me it has become a chore. It's become a chore where it wasn't before, just to properly manage capital flows. And so I remember when I first got in this business, I was buying gold and silver, from different shops and pawn shops, gold shops. I would travel around, and it was around 2011, 12. So I was buying at a high point. And I remember talking to one dealer, and he's like, what would you want to get into this business for, where you got to hustle to get $500,000 or I don't know if he said $100,000 a day. I can't remember, but it was a big figure to my head back then. He goes, would you want to have to struggle and fight to get money every day just to do business? Then I blew it off. I didn't think much of it, but now I can remember those words. And so managing cash flow has become more of a dominating grabber of my attention. And so haven't done a video in a little while. I apologize about that. We've had a lot of things going on in life. We've had family weddings. We've had house emergencies where we might be looking at a new house. I got a few house deals going on, out of trip refinery trips. So Caleb's been taking that on, and I appreciate that. That's great. Would you guys support Caleb? Some of the cool things that we have seen coming in this kind of climate, when gold and silver are climbing, it almost levels the playing field, right? All those heavy premium cool coins, people are just liquidating, and it doesn't matter. The premiums kind of disappear. But from a dealer perspective, it's fun to get it in, and it just kind of excites you a little bit. So this whole tray here is silver kookaburras. And so one guy brought this in. He brought in, I think, like 3,500 ounces of silver, 4,500 ounces. Do you remember? 4,500 ounces of silver. A lot of it was super common stuff, 10-ounce bars, 100-ounce bars. But some of it was this cool rolls of kookaburras, which they're fun when they come through the door. They don't do a whole lot after that, but they come through the door. They're in these kind of original rolls, and people are still really attracted to the kookaburras. And this is definitely a coin that I favor. And so I didn't put a whole lot of silver out here today, but we got the 1-ounce kookaburras, 10-ounce kookaburras. I know some of you local guys watch this, and you'll be coming in here to grab some of those. Another thing that I really like, and I don't ever recall buying very many of them, is these 1-ounce gold Libertads. And so I have always bought in a lot of older gold Mexican coins, the 2 pesos, 2.5s, 5s, 10s, a lot of 50 pesos. But these 1-ounce Onzas or Libertads, I don't remember the gold ones coming in very often, but I have one particular lady who's been selling a whole bunch of those. And I don't think I've sold one. I don't think I put it out in the showcase actually, but those are cool. We've been housing them and they're cool. And I like to get some of these foreign Lunar Series, different things from Australia. They don't really necessarily sell for a markup, but they're just interesting. People are bringing in cool things like this, which is super common, right? But when you put it in a plastic like that, it really grabs your attention. pleasing to the eye. We got a little gold nugget come in. That's kind of on the bigger side of the nuggets that we would buy. Still got some quartz in there. We're getting some nice high-end fine jewelry, which I don't really put out, but just when the prices get like this, and probably people are starting to really feel squeezed out there, we're getting in some of the cooler stuff that doesn't come out of people's collections or jewelry boxes as easy. A couple other things that don't necessarily hold huge premiums, but they do hold some, is these commemorative 1 ounce, I guess they're in a commemorative line, high relief coins. And so these are kind of neat. They come in just $100 worth of packaging. They got a storybook with it. Each of them have a storybook. So all this fun stuff is coming out of the hiding places and coming in. And so that's always kind of interesting and fun for us. It keeps us engaged, keeps it out of the mundane, right? One thing that I keep hearing, mostly from dealers, is that the gold price is too high. The gold price is too high. Now, I don't know if, I took some heat. Like, I put out a video a couple of weeks ago, and one guy's like, "You're crazy. Nobody's selling their stuff." A couple of people attacked me like that. Like, "This is clickbait. That's a lie." There's a lot of sellers. There is a gob of sellers out there. And I do have some big buyers. They'll come in and buy 20, 40 ounces of gold at a time, but not a super high frequency of buyers. So is the gold price too high for the street to eat it up? And I'm just not sure of that. Like, if I look at it from an industrial standpoint, from a financial standpoint, every time I go to buy something in life, I almost have to mentally prepare myself. Like, this is going to cost more than I would ever want to pay or imagine. And then I can go and feel fine about buying something. And so from that perspective, I know that gold is going to continue to go higher, because these funny dollars they don't want it. They need to have something more stable. But from the street's perspective, the people that come into these shops, they don't have a huge appetite right now. And so we've transitioned from being able to buy things and sell them at a retail level or even a high wholesale level. I think any dealer that is going to thrive in this climate right now, they're going to have to liquidate to refineries. And so that's a tough challenge for me mentally to get to that, right? Because you buy things at a decent price and you sell things at a decent price. We're having to buy kind of low. We're buying a lot of gold. We're buying a lot of silver. Nobody balks at the price. I mean, we're buying, sometimes I'm embarrassed to offer the price, but nobody balks, because I think they kind of realize metals feel high and we have to go to the refineries for it. And so we're digging around, finding money in different places, and having to get recapitalized. Seems like every day I will have dealers, and I just had a church call me, and somebody left them a whole bunch of stuff. And so it's like a heavy cash demand every single day. There's like a new mini crisis to get capitalized. So we're doing it. We haven't turned anybody away, say we don't have any money, we can't afford it. We're doing it. It just has taken up a lot more space in my thinking than I wanted to. Caleb, is there anything that you think that we should want to talk about today? Anything that I missed, or some talking points?
Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna shelf that for a minute. I don't know if there's any infringement things, but kind of got a unique opportunity to maybe be on TV for something, but I don't know that I'm gonna put that out there yet in case there's some legalities to that. What else? Give me something. All right. Well, you guys get in the comments. I appreciate it. Listen, we had a Whatnot show last night. Like, my little son Cameron, he's been doing Whatnot under his name. Last night we took it over as the Gold Cove. It wasn't ground shaking, but I think we sold a couple hundred things, over 100 items. Do you know, Caleb?
Yeah, about there, over 100.
Over 100 items, and it was fun. People are on there, they're engaging. If you don't know what Whatnot is, it definitely can hurt you. People go on there and like excessively spend and buy things, and so we don't want you to do that. But if you are unable to come into our store, but you want to interact with us, then you would look up the Gold Cove on Whatnot and find us. Gold Cove Cam is what Caleb is saying. Gold Cove Cam. And so a lot of times we'll sell real low-end stuff like penny rolls, just collector stuff. But as there's more and more people that interact on these live auctions, we can sell like higher price goods. So we did sell a bunch of slabbed eagles last night. We sold some Morgan dollars. It was fun. You know, it's like live auction scenario. You show things, you got 30 seconds to buy it. I was in there a little bit with my sons, and it was just kind of fun. And so if you guys are into that kind of thing, come look for us. If you're not into that kind of thing, it could be fun. Just like anything else, you know, kind of watch your finances, right? You put your credit card information in, which is super safe, but you can get carried away buying things, and then you might have to answer to somebody else for all the things that you bought. So check us out on the Whatnot app. Maybe we'll put something in the comments or directions on how to do that. We'll have another show next week. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Maybe leave in the comments like, listen, this is something I really want to know, or give me a peek behind the curtains of what happens in this facet of the business. You know, give us some comments, and we'll try to address and maybe have some videos of what you guys are interested in, or maybe things that we don't think about, but you do. There's a huge community out there. And so please subscribe, like this video, and we're going to try to continue to grow, but we can't do it without you guys. So thanks for watching us here at the Gold Cove. Have a fantastic day.